Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us for another episode of A Queen's Roundtable Show. Let me just pop that back in. I am your host, Jacqueline Kabah Harrison, and I have an awesome guest here today. I just cannot wait to get started. So go ahead, get yourself situated, grab your coffee, tea, water, whatever you want, and just put your notepad and just sit back and chill and get ready. So A Queen's Roundtable Show happens typically every second and fourth Sunday of the month. Starting next month, July, we're going to be going every week. So every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let me say this. If you are interested in being a guest on the show, go ahead and apply and let's make it happen. The link is included. Also, I just want you to know, A Queen's Roundtable Show is a place for African-American women entrepreneurs, right? Each guest offers different tools and techniques to help you level up personally and professionally. Okay, so you are in the right place if you want to scale your business, right? So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let my special guest introduce herself. Go ahead, Ms. Demina.
Hello, everyone. My name is Demina Stewart. I am a native of Rochester, New York. I am excited to be on the show today. Thank you so much for the opportunity. God bless you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad that you are here in the place to be. And I know you're going to share your story. Tell us how you got started. Share some one or two obstacles with us, as well as tell us how you practice good self-care. So let's go ahead and start with, how did everything come about? Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from. Do you have children? Do you come from a family of entrepreneurs? So tell us a little bit about yourself and how your business began.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I'm from Rochester, New York, as I previously stated. I am a mother of 3 amazing children, 1 son and 2 girls. My children are pretty much grown. I have 30, 25, and 17. I have 2 wonderful grandsons, which I love so much. I spoil them. They're 4 and 8, and I actually have a grandbaby on the way. I'm so excited about that. I'm praying, and she is a girl. So I am with my mother and father. I'm the only child, but I do have sisters and brothers. And sometimes people say this is my step, this is whatever. I don't believe in any of that. My sisters and brothers are my sisters and brothers because I love them with my whole heart. My mother actually lives in Cleveland, Ohio. And so I don't come from a family of entrepreneurs. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say official entrepreneurs, because as I look back over my childhood, my family was always into something. My aunts, they were always, whether they were in a singing group or always making clothes or selling things. So I don't want to say I didn't come from a family of entrepreneurs, because that seed was planted in me and had to come from my family. My grandmother has 5 girls, so they were all strong and busy and just making sure that they kept the family together. So I have to attribute, I did come from family entrepreneurs. Now that I'm thinking about it, I never thought about it. So thank you for that question. So the journey to become an entrepreneur, I never seen myself as an entrepreneur, actually. I'm just a person that just loves to do, loves to give. Wherever I can get in at is where I want to be. I always have ideas, but I always kind of think, and I'm probably the only one who thinks like this. I'm a person that thinks, well, nobody want to do that. Oh, you can't do that. But I always wanted to write a book. I've seen people write books so many times. I always wanted to write a book, and I think nobody want to read a book, but it just kind of orchestrated itself about 8 years ago. And the book making is so, I don't want to say funny, but it's so funny because I have a 60-day devotional. And it's been 8 years in the making for 60 days. And that seems kind of crazy, but was 8 years in the making just for a 60-day devotional. And I've come up on a lot of obstacles But I had an amazing book coach, Ebony Nicole Smith, and she allowed me to persevere. And, there were times where I gave up and threw in the towel, and she threw it right back and said, nope, it's time to get up and it's time to go. And I love her because she allowed me to be in my own space. But sometimes when I was in my own space too long, she pushed me, get me up and push me and say, no, it's really time for you to get moving.
Wow. That is awesome. So a 60-day devotional?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. I love it. And you know what? And I know, I'm so glad you mentioned this. You said, I'm probably the only one that feels like this, and then you went on to say things such as, because I'm just, paraphrasing, but I won't be able to do this, or no one's going to want to hear from me, or this is not going to be, I don't know, information worthy, stuff, so to speak, right? And the thing of it is, so many of us say that. That's one of the reasons why I actually started realizing your potential and why I do this show, is because that is very common. I like to refer to it as negative self-talk. It's that little voice inside of your head saying, basically go somewhere and sit down because you don't have anything to say. No one's going to want to buy from you. No one's going to, listen to you, And the thing of it is, or the truth of it is, stories, and which I'm pretty sure you know by now, stories are so powerful.
Yes.
Because if you look at some of the greats, and just off the top of my head, I think about Lisa Nichols. When you hear that story, it's like, wow. You know what I mean? Yes. So stories are powerful. Your story is powerful. And any of you out there, whether you've written a book or writing a book or whichever, your story is powerful and people can benefit from your story. You never know who's listening. You never know. Even if you help that one person. So you had the devotional.
Yes.
You have it with you today, or like in your face. Let us see.
I do. And it's called Daily Inspirations. Okay. And it says a 60-day journal for everyday living.
Okay. I like that cover.
Yes.
Now, did you design the cover yourself?
I actually didn't design the cover. Okay. My book coach, Ebony Nicole Smith, she actually designed the cover front and back and did an amazing job. And I want to say this before I go on about the book cover. Before you do anything in life, you have to believe in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. Sometimes I would have to get in the mirror and I would have to talk to myself and I would have to tell myself, you're worthy. You can do it. And guess what? If nobody else thinks that you're worthy, I had to feel as though I was worthy. So I just wanted to say that because we all have those feelings of negativity, but we have to learn how to build ourselves up. And once we build ourselves up and present ourselves to the world, then people begin to take hold of us.
Yes. Yep. But that key point, you have to do it first.
Yes.
You have to see the value, because if you don't see it, people on the outside can tell you all day long. Like, you hear a lot of people, and this is still proving the point, but I'm venturing off a little bit, is that sometimes you see people interviewed and they're like a supermodel, and they're just beautiful, and they'll tell you, I never saw myself as being beautiful, So that really solidified to me that people can tell you something all day long. You're beautiful, you're brilliant, you're funny, you're smart. But if you don't believe it, you're going to continue to place yourself inside of that box, right? And you're not going to even conceptualize, oh, I can come out of this. This is my own creation, So I'm glad you mentioned that. So you talked to us a little bit about how everything started and some of the doubts and, so forth that you had. But before we go into this, I would like for you to talk a little more in detail about a particular obstacle, and more specifically, how you were able to overcome it or not allow it to hinder you, moving forward. But before we go into that, I know you have the devotional. Now, what other, do you have like a coaching business, or do you help others write? Do you have a business or a support group or something along those lines?
Yes, ma'am. So I actually have a women's empowerment group. And before the COVID and actually before some health challenges that I had, we were meeting every Monday. And so, and it was women, we just come together, and it was just a time of just empowering women to let them know that whatever your dream is, whatever your purpose is, you can do it, and so that's what we would come together and to do, just to instill empowerment into the women, just to fulfill their dreams and sometimes, or their goal. And sometimes in the group, somebody's goal would be to clean out a closet. Guess what? Because that's your goal. We are here to empower and encourage you to get that done. And here's why, because sometimes once you complete a goal, you feel so amazing and so excited, and that gives you the momentum to go on and to create and to fulfill something else. So I've done the Women's Empowerment Group. I actually do have a life coaching called New Beginnings.
So wait, let me ask you this, because I'm going to put it here in the comments. What's the name of the group?
It's called the Women's United Empowerment Group.
Okay, the Women's United Empowerment Group.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to put that here. Empowerment Group. Okay, so I have that, and you were going on to say.
I was saying that I actually do life coaching as well, and that's just, and I entitled that New Beginnings. And I always tell the clients, because you can always begin again, no matter where you are in life, you can always begin again. It's just kind of like if you're traveling on a highway and you realize that you've been driving the wrong way for 10 miles. Just get off at the next exit, turn around, and have a new beginning and go where you need to go. Because you always can begin again. Don't allow somebody to tell you, oh, you gotta ride this out. No, you can begin again. You can learn from where you are. You can take what you learn and start something new. So I do have a life coaching that I do.
All right, excellent. I'm actually trying to put this in here now.
Okay.
It's been a minute. Oh, okay. Maybe I can't.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna put it in there, but it's not allowing me to do it. Okay. So the group, it's a women's support group called Women's United Empowerment. And they can find you on Facebook. If they just put that in, it'll pull up. Right.
Well, connect with me on my page, because the name is actually going through a transition. So connect with me on my page, which is Demina Stewart on Facebook. I am on Instagram, but I'm majority use just Facebook right now. So if you connect with me, definitely I will connect you to the page. Yes.
Okay, good. Excellent. So, and the name, so they need to connect with you on the page, and then they can kind of go from there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Excellent. Okay, so ladies, you got that? I'll have her repeat it again as we go on with the broadcast. Okay, so I had wanted to jump into that. So give us an obstacle. And I know you mentioned one. I don't know if you want to, elaborate a little bit more on that one, or if you want to mention another one, but give us an obstacle and let us know how you addressed it so that it didn't prevent you from moving forward in your greatness.
Wow. So, and one of the things I usually say to the ladies in the empowerment group is, what are you going to do when life you? And I always want people to think about that. What are you going to do when life you? And so it was so amazing, because I had been sharing this with the ladies for 3 years. And then life me. What do I mean by that? I began to have some health challenges, which resulted in me needing to have open heart surgery. So life was lifing me. And so what was I going to do? Was I going to just sit down, tuck and roll, and just allow life to pass me by? Or was I going to do what I encourage women to do so much? Stand up, be tall, speak life into yourself, allow yourself to go through the process, but don't allow the process to overtake you. So it was in the time when life me, I had to use the same words that I had given to women, and I had to internalize it, and I had to pull myself up, rely on God that I serve, and to rely on His Spirit to dwell in me and to give me the strength to come forth. And there were some times where I said, well, life can just go ahead on and pass me by. But that was not my purpose. My purpose was not to allow life to pass me by. My purpose was to allow me to live the life that I had been given. And I had to make a mental note and say, you're better than this. So that's how I overcame my obstacles. Was it always easy? Of course not. I had to do a lot of things. I had to do affirmations every day by looking in the mirror. I do affirmations by writing them on note cards, sticking them around my house. Did affirmations by putting them on my phone, doing a video on my phone of telling myself, you are important, you are special, you can overcome. And it was in my darkest times. I had to listen to those video recordings of myself speaking back to myself. Okay. So it was a process of things that I had to do. And of course, I had family and friends that would call and would check on me and would definitely pray for me. But in the midst of it all, I had to decide what you're going to do. Are you going to just lay down and roll over and let life roll you over? Are you going to snap, get yourself up, and jump on life and keep going? So it was a decision for me. And I can say, I'm so glad today. I'm so glad that I had a sound mind to go forth.
I love it. Wow. And thank you for sharing those tips with us. Like how you said, if you had to play it back to yourself, whatever you need to do, ladies, whatever you need to do. You know, some of us, I know, I literally just kind of go through it in my head. You know, some people stand in front of the mirror, you know, and recite something. You know, I don't care if you have to do it every hour. You know what I mean? Do it. You know, because everybody is different. We all have different negative self-talk, if you will, that goes on in our heads. You know, mine was always that you're not that smart, you know, so that was my negative self-talk that was always going on inside of my head. So I had to come up with the strategy, just like you, Demina, to combat that, you know, and it gets easier. Right? It gets easier. You know, it's not just the way you don't learn something overnight. You're not going to unlearn it overnight. You know, so be patient with yourself. Be patient and know that you can do it. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. I do appreciate that. So let me ask you this. If you could give advice to a younger version of yourself, what would it be? I know, right?
Advice I would give to a younger version of myself is live your life. Live the dreams that you always envisioned. Believe in yourself. Because I spent so many years not believing in myself. I knew I could do it. I just didn't feel like I could do it. I knew in my mind, if I do it, I know it'll be right. But I didn't feel like it was something that was designed for me. Mm-hmm. So I would just say, live your life. Go for your dreams. Because guess what? If you go for your dreams and you don't succeed, you can always say, I can try again. Because back there, I did that wrong. 2 steps back, maybe I should have went to the right. You'll know. But if you never go forward, you'll never know if you'll fulfill it or not.
I know that's right. You would never know. It'd be one of those shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right?
Yes.
Maybe that. Okay. And you know, you are not alone. I hear that so much. I hear that so often. Guests come on the show and they say that. You know, it's just to do it. You know, don't overthink it. Just do it. You know, that if I could have done this, or if I had have known, you know, what I know today, I don't know, 10 years ago or 15 years ago, you know, so that's wonderful. I love that. I love that. And I live by that as well. So before we go into your topic, if you could share one more thing with us.
Okay.
How do you practice good self-care?
Oh, Now, being a nurse by profession,
Mhm.
self-care for me, and I'm not saying this is for all nurses, for me, it was something that I didn't practice a lot because I worked a lot. But recently, in the last couple of years, I have valued myself. And so for me, self-care looks like sitting at a table and writing my thoughts down so they're not clouded in my mind. Self-care also looks like I love Dr. Teal, whether it's the foam and bubble bath or the Epsom salt. That's amazing self-care with some jazz on my phone playing. Self-care also looks like painting my nails, just getting some polish from the dollar store, different kind of polishes, just painting my nails. Why? Because that gives me time to be with me.
Right.
Just while I'm just painting my nails, just having some thoughts and just speaking life into myself, saying, yesterday you did good. You had a situation and you didn't allow it to overcome and take you. And I can be doing that while I'm painting my nails. So that's self-care for me. Also, self-care is just resting. I'm learning to rest because I'm so used to working and being on the go. I'm learning to rest and I'm learning to say, it's okay at 2:00 if you can just lay down for 15, 20 minutes. That's self-care for me.
One of those little power naps, right?
Yes. Yes.
I remember being younger and my grandmother would take these naps. And I was 20-minute nap. I was like, Grandma, what you doing? A 20-minute nap. Look, now I know.
It'll rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. You'll wake up refreshed, renewed. And sometimes we have to just shut our bodies down. You know how sometimes when your computer is acting kind of crazy, and what they always say when you call the help desk, they be like, "Did you cut it off and count to 30?" You know what I'm saying? So even if you have to do that with your computer, sometimes we have to just do that with our bodies. Just shut it down for a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Power down, right? Power it off and then turn it back on. I like that. I like that analogy. So your topic today, I was peeking at it here. It is daily inspirations.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to let you go ahead and get into that. Talk to the ladies a little bit about that.
Yes, ma'am. So daily inspirations. So each day, we all have a new day each day, whether your day starts, whatever time your day starts. Because I know different people are on different schedules, and they'll have some people's day starts at 3:00 in the morning or 11:00 at night. So whenever your day starts, it's daily for you. And so what that means is that you have a new slate. The clock has restarted for you. So each and every day that your clock restarts for you, I wanted you to be encouraged on today and to be inspired and to know that no obstacle that comes to you that day will overtake you. I want you to be encouraged. Begin to put good thoughts, begin to put good things into your mind so that when those troubles and trials come to try to seem as though they are going to overtake you, because you have built yourself up. When the tests and trials come, you already know, nope, I'm not going to entertain that. Nope, you can't touch me. Nope, I'm going to have a good day. And some of us will go to work, and it seems like you may wake up late and can't find your shoe and can't find your keys or can't find, but what are you going to do? You have to stop and encourage and inspire yourself and say, I'm not going to let what is happening in this very moment deter me from having a good day. You have to speak that into your life. You have to daily inspire yourself to say, nope, that's not going to hinder me. Yep, I woke up late. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do. I can't turn back the hands of time. I just have to move forward. And then when you get to your destination, polish yourself up, walk on, hey, good morning, everybody. How you doing? And they'll be like, she's late. That's okay, because I came in, because I am inspired. I know that I'm late. I am inspired to not allow what has happened to consume my whole day. I'm going to go forward. I am going to be amazing today, because that's who I am. And that's who we have to start training ourselves to be. That's who we have to walk in, the amazingness that God has given us, because we are amazing. But sometimes we allow the small things to destroy us for the rest of the day. And people say, what's wrong with her? Well, she was late today and she just been off all day, or her shoe broke, or she couldn't get her earring. Whatever it is, don't allow that small thing in your life to consume the rest of your day. Just say, nope, I'm inspired today because today is a new day. The clock has reset. I'm going to be great today. I'm going to be amazing. I'm going to not allow that to hinder the rest of my day. And guess what? When you have that type of spirit and you are so bubbly, that's infectious. People will want to be around you. People be like, oh, I want to be around her because every time I encounter her, she is bubbly. She is amazing. That's the type of person that you want to be. Now, guess what? I understand. Life does so many crazy things. And sometimes you be like, I'm barely making it. But it is even in those times when you are feeling like you barely making it. Still speak life into yourself. Inspire yourself daily. Get up and say, this too shall pass. It won't be like this always. Girl, you still looking good. Girl, you still got it. You better be your best self, girl. You better come on. You better do it. These are things you can speak to yourself. Even they be like, I ain't feeling it today. I ain't feeling it today, but girl, you still amazing. Girl, you can do it. Girl, that dream is going to come to pass. Keep on speaking it to yourself because guess what? What I've learned after I speak to myself so many times when I'm having a day, excuse me, and I began to speak positive, I began to be like, oh, it's on. I'm ready to do it. Why? Because we're speaking life into ourselves. We're speaking encouragement to ourselves. We daily inspiring ourselves. And the reason why I say daily inspirations is because you have to do it daily. Guess what? You drink water every day. You need to sleep every day. Your car might not need gas every day, but it needs gas eventually. There are some things that we do every day. Why not inspire yourself each and every day? You get up every day, you get dressed every day, you shower every day. Inspire yourself every single day. You brush your teeth, your hygiene routine. Inspire yourself every single day. Put that in the mix of everything else that you do so that when things begin to happen to you, that inspiration, it'll come up. You'll be like, nope, I'm not going to take that today. Nope, well, this proposal was late, or the bus is late. The bus broke down. It's okay. It's gonna work out. And then people be like, how you so positive about everything? Because I inspire myself daily. Because I put good things into myself. So when the bad things come, the good things will come out. And guess what? My grandmother always told me, good always overshadows the bad. So you always want to just inspire yourself every day. So when bad stuff comes, here's the good stuff. It'll overshadow it. It'll just hover over it, and it'll just kind of just snuff it out. So I'm really big on being inspired. I'm really big on encouragement. I love for people to encounter me and feel different when they leave. Not because I'm special, because they're special, and together we're special. And I love that. I love people to say, wow, I was feeling kind of down, but I talked to you and I'm all right. I love that when that happens for people, because guess what? Just how I love to encourage people, I'm always encouraged by someone else. And so I put that in my our arsenal for guess when I'm having a bad day, I pull it out. I remember I met this amazing lady at the grocery store in line, and she was so amazing. And because God is not a respecter of person, that helps me be inspired as well. So I just wanted to let women know, for those who may be watching this broadcast, be inspired. Daily inspire yourself. And if you only can find one good thing, work on that one good thing. I graduated high school. I graduated college. I have some amazing children. I'm married to an amazing man. Whatever it is, my mother and father raised me right. Whatever it is that can help you make it through when the bad times come. Think on those things. And I guarantee if you get one thing, you continue to stack it up, you'll have a whole list of things eventually. And that'll help you overshadow the bad thoughts that come. Be encouraged on today.
You know what? I have to say, you inspired me and encouraged me, ladies. She did before we went live, because I came in like a tornado. I was like, oh, whoa. I saw myself and my face looked a little shiny, and I was going, and she was just like, you look great. She was like, just it's all right, everything gonna be okay. And I felt encouraged, and and my spirit kind of began to, kind of quiet down a little bit, because I have a very my spirit can be kind of anxious at times, and I guess that's I've always been like that, which is why I work out a lot, because otherwise my anxious and nervous, I don't know if it's nervous energy per se, but just maybe anxious energy. I'll say that. But you really kind of quieted me down, and so I have to say that your spirit is very calming, and mission accomplished, because this is our first time meeting, and like I said, it was just a couple of minutes. I was like, wow, it's just like your energy was just so on point, so thank you for that. And just thank you for being you and your devotional. And I know that you encourage and support a lot of women, like you said, through your coaching, through your Facebook group, and just continue to do what you're doing. You know what? And I know I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but I can't remember if you gave a website. I know you said something was under construction, but tell the ladies again where they can find you.
Yes. So I am working on a website, but you can find me on Facebook at my name, Demina Stewart, or you can find me on my page, which is the Empowerment Network. So, and the reason why I changed the name is I got a couple of guys that said, you do the Women's United Empowerment Group, but I watch it too. And so I think that you should just not focus on women. And so I thought about it, and then I changed it to the Empowerment Network, because everybody needs to be empowered. Everybody needs to be inspired. So I just changed it to the Empowerment Network. So on Facebook, my name is Demina Stewart, or you can look at my page, and I do go live every Sunday at 6, and it's called the Empowerment Network. Oh, you're muted.
Oops, thank you for telling me. I'm peeking down, ladies, because I'm putting it in the comments now. The Empowerment Network, because I was trying to do it earlier, but we're going to do it like this. So the Empowerment Network is the group.
Yes. And I love to have you. I love dialogue. So for the month of May, I was posting empowered prayers. And so, no, June. We're in June. Oh my goodness. So for the month of May, I did empowered words. So each day I would post an empowered word, and just have people see how they would incorporate that into their vocabulary. And so for the month of June, I did empowered prayers just to empower you along your day. Everything that I try to do, I try to allow it to be short and quick, so that it can be powerful and impactful. Because I know everybody lives a busy life, but I just definitely want to sneak it in there so that you can be empowered and you can be impacted and you can start your day.
Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I will definitely check out the group. All right, just hopefully everyone will get an opportunity to see that, and just check the comments. I wanted to put that up there. That's the group, and the other. What else was I going to put up there? It was the group and not the website. That's under construction.
Yes.
What was the other place we wanted to send them, or was that it?
Oh, or they can just go right to my Facebook page, which is my name.
That's what I want to put. Okay.
I love to have you. I love people. When people always ask, why are you a nurse? And I know the common cliche of being a nurse is because I love people, So that's like the common thing nurses say. I love people, but I actually love people. I love to connect with people. I love for people to grow. I love for people to see their potential and walk in it. And I'm always so honored when people walk in their potential. They're like, I never knew I could do that. I'm happy to have a front row seat. Like, girl, I told you to do it, and I'm just happy to be here, And I try to dispel the myth of the grad mentality. of I don't want you to go any higher than me. Go higher than me, because guess what? When you go higher than me, I want you to reach your hand down and pull me up. And so we both can be on the high level. And then guess what we both can do? We both got two hands, and then we can reach down and pull up more people, and then they can reach down and pull up more people. And so we look across the row and look down the row, and we all on the high level. That's what I love.
You know what? And I definitely feel that you're sincere when you say that, because some people say that, but they really don't mean that. You know,
not at all.
I appreciate you, keeping it real, and like I said, I feel your genuineness. So thank you. So definitely, ladies or gentlemen, connect with her. Get into the group, the Facebook group, get you some daily inspiration. Oh, and this is what I wanted to say too. I like how you use that analogy of to prove a point about it being, daily, and why it's important to do it daily. How you mentioned that you drink water daily, you bathe daily, different things that we do. Why wouldn't we inspire ourselves daily?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Why would that be any different?
Right.
So I like that analogy, and that kind of changes my outlook on it. And I'm pretty sure some of the viewers, shout out to everybody that's checking us out now live. And we're going to give a shout out in just a second, as well as those that will catch the replay. And if you catch the replay, still leave questions and comments, because Demina will check back. I'll check back. Okay, so definitely feel free. I don't care if you watch it at 3 o'clock in the morning. Leave your comment, and we'll see it the next day. And I wanted to acknowledge V. Marie Wade, that also joined us, and thank you so much for joining us. And I'm pretty sure that I know that you guys are probably just on my personal page, but there's probably some other people checking us out on YouTube, as well as my Facebook page, that I may not be able to see your comments right now, but definitely, we'll go back in and check those comments. So thank you again. So did you want to share anything else in regards to your specific topic?
Only thing I want to share is believe in yourself, inspire yourself every day. And some days when you can't get up enough strength to inspire yourself, link up with somebody else that can inspire you. Because every day you feel like I can't, not today. So link up with somebody that has the same energy as you have, and that will inspire you on the days when you can't inspire yourself. But most of all, I want you to know that you're great and you are amazing. You can do all things. And if you don't believe it, I'll believe it for you. I believe it for you.
Make sure it's in the camera. Okay. So let's put in there, if you want to get her book, go ahead and do so. I'm going to hold it up one more time, and I'm also going to put it in the comments. So it's called
Daily Inspirations.
And
you can purchase the book on Amazon.com.
Okay, so I'm going to put that so you can purchase on Amazon. And it's Daily Inspirations.
Yes, ma'am.
And also, I want to make sure I'm spelling it right. With the auto
Yes.
auto spelling and everything. I was getting ready to put Daily Inspirations, and then it popped up, but it wasn't Inspirations, it was Inspection. I was like, okay, wait, that's not what we're looking for. All right, so Daily Inspirations. Okay. All right, there we go. So I'll put that up there. So also, if you are looking to purchase, not necessarily, well, purchase her book, definitely. It's available on Amazon. Oh, see, and did I spell it correctly? Daily Inspirations.
Yes, you did.
Because it looks like an L, but it's Daily, DAILY Inspirations. Okay, so definitely, grab that book. Also, if you are looking to, or maybe thought about writing your own book, then definitely reach out to Miss Ebony Nicole. Is it Ebony Nicole Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
Ebony Nicole Smith. And she would definitely walk you through that process. Like Demina stated, there were times that she wanted to throw in the towel. Ebony threw that towel right back at her and was like, no, you're not going to do it. So, if you even thought about wanting to do it, go ahead and reach out to her and basically make it happen. This time next year, you'll be on the show holding up your book, so go ahead and do it. Like I said, if because some of us may have those passing thoughts and you just think, oh, I won't be able to do it. You can do it. You can do it. Right. So definitely reach out to her and grab Demina's Daily Inspirations book as well. Okay, so I got those couple of things on there. Okay, good. I'm excited about that. I wanted to do that. Okay. So because I'm just in this world that we live in, there's so much negativity, and that's one of the reasons why I stopped watching the news. It was just too much. Every time you turn it on or turn around, it's something negative, so I think that makes it even more challenging between some of the negative self-talk that individuals may have, as well as just this society. Unfortunately, it's like we're like addicted to negativity,
Yes.
and so some of us may have to teach ourselves to be more positive, and it just depending on how you grew up. Like I know I grew up, it was always a lot of negativity. When I say negativity, I mean I wasn't taught as a child to be positive. I'm just gonna say it. There it is. I wasn't taught that. I was more so taught to be, to be fearful, to be skeptical, to always waiting on the other shoe to drop, so to speak, right? And it's not a knock on my parents, because parents can only teach you what they know.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They can only teach you what they know. So it's not a knock. But what I am saying is that I've had to kind of reprogram myself, so it can't, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect. There's still days that I have to like pull myself to the side and say, okay, now, like this is my self-talk. Everybody's self-talk is different. But mine is pulling myself to the side and saying, get your life. What I'm saying? Get your life together. You know what I'm saying? And what that means to me is, Jackie, you're doing it again. You're going down that path. So whatever you need to do it. And even a challenge, maybe take a challenge or challenge yourself and inspire yourself daily. Get you, just starting off, let's just say, get you a few quotes maybe. And this is going to be individualized, right? Because everybody is different. We all need, different, or should I say, we all become, our voices in our head are different.
Yes.
So you know what your voices are. Get your statements together, if you will, to address those voices and just challenge yourself, maybe for a week. When you start veering off, when I say veering off, right, that means veering off or letting that negative self-talk take over. Use one of those inspirations and do it for a week and see how you feel. Right? See if you begin to feel just overall better, happier, more motivated. And if and you may not be all the way there, but if you do notice and you're honest with yourself, you notice a positive change, then keep doing it. Do more of it. Because from what you mentioned earlier, Demina, how you said the positive, there's always going to be little negative thoughts and so forth, right? Or things that may not, how do I say, that may not be positive. Let's just say, I want to say something different, but that's what I got for right now, right? Like maybe you woke up late. You used that example earlier. You woke up late, but when you keep piling on the positivity. Well, look, I woke up today.
Amen. That's it. I woke up today.
And keep going. That it will, smother, if you will,
yes.
Or overshadow all of the negative. And it can be done, right?
It can be done. Yes, it can be done. The thing is, I love when you said, you know what's in your head that you're fighting. Everybody's self affirmation will not look the same. It just won't, because you may say, I can't do all of that, but do what you can do. Do what makes you feel comfortable and have peace. You know, don't try to, I mean, sometimes you can read a lot of self-help books and they'll say, you know, write a 5-page essay or 5-page letter to yourself. If that's not something that you're comfortable with, that doesn't mean you're a failure. That worked for that person. Like I say, what worked for me. We all have to find out what works for us, because sometimes, you ever had I remember when I grew up, I was always a chunky girl, and so I could never fit none of my other not siblings, my other cousins' clothes. So I would usually have to wear the clothes of an adult, you know, and so that was what fit for me. Because if I wore my cousin's clothes, it didn't fit. And of course, it would be too tight, it would be busting open, so I wasn't comfortable. I'm saying all that to say, find out what fits for you and do it. Now, you can listen to different people's suggestions and you can take in different things. Okay, she said that works for me. He said that works for me. Then this works for me. So you put it all together and it's yours. Find out what fits for you.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad we're talking about this, because what's inspirational for me may not be inspirational for you, or may not be as inspirational for you, and vice versa. You know, like I told you, my main thing is that I'm, you know, my major negative voice or negative self-talk is you're not that smart. You know what I mean? For somebody else, it might be you're not that beautiful, or, you know, I don't know. Whatever, right? You're not that funny. Whatever your voice says, you know, like you said, it has to be personalized, you know, customized. And only you can do that, because you know what's going on in your head. You know, so don't just pitch everything to the side just because this person's motivational, you know, speech or tips didn't necessarily work from you. Like you said, you may have to take bits and pieces, and customize it and make it your own.
Yes, whatever you find peace in, what gives you peace? Because sometimes we can take tips from somebody else and that adds more stress to our lives. And you'd be like, well, I read the book or I listened to this person and they said, but now I'm stressed. So you're no better off now than you were before. So that's why I like how you said, customize it, personalize it for you. Mm-hmm. And don't let nobody else, well, if I was you, I wouldn't do that. That's why they're not you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Anything else you wanted to share before we go ahead and wrap up?
I just wanted to say thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for your patience. I want to speak blessings of success over everything that you put your hands to. I want you to know that you are smart, you are funny, you are blessed, and you are amazing. And I can't wait to see the great things that you're getting ready to do, because you've already done some great things, but I'm waiting to see the greatest things, the greater things that you're getting ready to do. And I'm just honored to be on your show. Thank you so much for the space and opportunity. And I just wish you multiple blessings.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here. I'm glad Coach Ebony connected us. And, you know, and I love your spirit, and thank you for, you know, all your positivity and your positive blessings and so forth. So much appreciated. And I'm pretty sure we'll connect again at some point in the future, Ms. Demina.
We shall.
Yeah, definitely. So, ladies and gents, of course, I was just trying to see if I saw any other comments. I don't, not right now. So, again, whether you know, catch us on the replay, definitely go ahead and leave whatever questions or comments you have in the comment section, wherever you catch us at. And we'll definitely, you know, double back. Definitely look out for, or go to Demina Stewart. That is her Facebook page. And that way you can, you know everything about what's going on, where to purchase the book. The book is on Amazon. It's called Daily Inspirations. So, you know, check out her Facebook group.
The Empowerment Network.
The Empowerment Network, right. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. So, you know, so you got those couple of ways you can go ahead and check out everything that's going on and follow her. That way you'll know, what's coming up, right? What you want to be a part of. So, but thank you again for joining the show. So again, I am Jacqueline Kabah Harrison. I am your host for A Queens Roundtable Show, which we are moving from every second and fourth Sunday to every Sunday of the month at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, if you are interested in being a guest on the show, if you are an entrepreneur and you have some different tips and tools that you can share to help uplift other African-American women, personally, professionally, right? I want you on the show. So go ahead, use the link that is included in the write-up and go ahead and apply and let's get started. Let's get you scheduled and let's make it happen. All right. And also a couple other announcements. I want to say that A Queens Roundtable Quarterly Symposium will be happening in September. I'm in the process of putting together all of the information. So I'll be doing a speakers call soon. So look out for that. I anticipate to get that out within the next couple of weeks. Also, I am now the executive channel producer of A Queens Roundtable channel on the network, and I am super excited about that. So if you have your own show and you're looking to take it to a network, you specifically focus on women. This is a all women Christian network, meaning that all of the show host, channel producer, and the owner, which is Dr. Nikita Davis, is all female network. But like I said, you can have male guests, male sponsors, and so forth. But if that is your target audience and you are looking to, have your own show, host your own show, definitely reach out to me via email at realizingyourpotential. The number is 123@gmail.com. Let's schedule an interview and let's sit down and talk. All right? Because I'm looking for some strong show hosts to join me. All right. So with that being said, Miss Demina, you take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Everyone else, enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon. And I will talk with everyone again soon. All right, everybody. Take care. Until next time.